Is Willie a chance to play this weekend? He's out here at the moment.
Mate, he's just an injured bloke. All injured blokes will be out here, so just going to see how his knees. But I don't think he'll play.
If you didn't rule it out, so obviously you're still hopeful.
Oh, mate, he's a good player, so you try to give him up to the day. He always kicks balls.
Which actual knee is
I don't know. I was look myself actually, so he's got everyone playing games.
Is it just a case, Freddie, that you've had a lot of high intensity games and you don't want to keep pushing blokes? Like Mini obviously has got a back problem.
Well, yeah, the Mini thing's a bit more severe. That's obviously what he went through last year was there was a lot of trauma on his back. So with the Mini thing, definitely just wanted to have a couple of weeks rest. Blokes like Willie and that, the rest of the boys are guided by how they can back up after those games, like the one against Canterbury, and that's the edge the best sides have got against the other sides, have been able to do that week after week. So we need those blokes to be able to back up and show the other blokes what it's about.
You're concerned?
Oh yeah, mate, I want him to play every week. But there's always a concern for their health and that. There's 24 rounds, so that's a juggle and actually go through.
Concerned that with Mini and Robbie Farah, they're both developing back problems, that there's a trend developing them again?
It's just in the teens, mate.
Given the three blokes,
you like that?
You've rehearsed that, haven't you? Given the three blokes you're missing, Willie might be one of those three. Is this a test of the Roosters' depth that you might have failed in previous years?
Absolutely. It's a big test. Whether it's depth or attitude or being able to bounce back, whatever it is, it's a very, very important game for us. And watching our Penrith come off, the West Tigers game, they were outstanding. They played really physical. So this is Penrith Saturday night, 7:30. It's most likely going to be a bit different to Canterbury with 40,000, big build-up, and so this is a real challenge.
And standing down David Shillington, you still stand by that?
Oh, absolutely. He was the one that come to me, and the players and myself set some guidelines for a reason. For exactly the situation, what happened is when the pressure's on, that we got some guidelines to live by.
You must have known that at some stage someone was going to break one of those rules. You'd probably been
Well,
so soon.
I hope not, but no, they live under a pretty pressured life, so that's why if you can get some guidelines for him, it normally makes it easier. So and he put his hand up and did the right thing, and he'll perform well this week for Newtown.
Do you coach Newtown if you're guilty of it?
I don't do it, mate. You won't catch me doing it. Simple as that.
With Mini, you raised the idea in the pre-season about having him change positions. Is this something you might revisit now that his back has sort of flared up a little bit again?
Yeah, no, we're not sure actually. We'll see how Sammy Perrott goes. They make sure they get pretty heavy contact now, the fullbacks. Like most sides got pretty good kicking games and they've got good kick chase teams. So, we'll see how Mini goes and see how he comes back and just see what the balance is like at the time.
Are you surprised by the way Penrith's turned around their fortunes?
Oh yes, I know they've got a good side. Talking about the biggest nursery of football bar Brisbane. So they've got good players coming through, and at the moment I suppose the senior players started playing good. They're always going to win some games.
Thank you, Pritchard. Landed a few good shots there on Monday night, didn't
Yeah, he sort of set the tone for their attitude. So, I'm sure he's going to be coming out with the same sort of stuff this week, and the boys are fully aware. I wouldn't run at him.
You talked to the boys about complacency this week after the last fortnight of big games?
No, we actually spoke about it, last week, just talking about, you're going to have games which are, pumped up, and then there's going to be games which are going to be tougher to get yourself up, and that's all about just being a footballer all year round. So it's going to be a real good learning curve for all of them.
How do you prepare yourself for the bubble bursting, Freddie? Like it's been so, as a player that you can't keep this intensity up for the sort of 30 weeks, and it's coming. How do you approach that?
I don't prepare for a bubble burst. Honestly, the old cliches and that, just digging in, just do week to week. People keep saying, losing 4 in a row is what sort you out. Then, I'm not preparing for the 4 in a row. I'm interested to see if it does happen, how I'll react, but I'm not looking forward to it or, preparing. I'm preparing to win this week.
So, JT's comments last week when he said it's a great place to be and you're not a subscriber to that theory?
Great character testing, but that's about it. I don't think it's most enjoyable, but good, that's what coaching's all about, they reckon. See how you handle that situation, but you don't have to be there. Nah, mate, I've been back there.
Needs instructions.
I've been back there a few times now and had sort of mixed mixed results. You know, there's times I've gone out there and haven't done that well, and then there's times where I reckon I've had some of your better games. So, you know, both of them were enjoyable. Just to, you know, the emotion of it, and just working out what was good and what was bad.
They were saying that Matt Elliott's simplified the game plan, hoping that he makes it more complicated this week.
Well, that was really good last week. They really put a lot of pressure on the Tigers, and the Tigers didn't come up with that much, and it was more due to, I think, what Penrith were doing to them. So, you know, we're going to go there expecting one of those games. Got to go expecting that, you know, throw plenty at us. They've got some real good energy around their halves now, and you know they can score some tries from nowhere. So we're going to have to be, just going to have to be on the ball the whole time.